So that's a message from the hacker on LinkedIn. He started to chat with me, and so I was just interested in the job, a bit special for me, unusual, I would say, but well, why not? And so after chatting a bit, he sent me a link to book a date for an interview, date and time. So I selected the date and time, and the date was actually a bank holiday, the 25th of May, bank holiday in the UK. So I was thinking maybe he's going to postpone the date for another day, but no, nothing happened. So I was still free. I did the interview on the 25th of May, even if it's bank holiday, but I found that a bit weird. So I was thinking maybe this recruiter or this company is outside the UK, so that's fine. But yeah, that was the first doubt I have about this. Why he still accepted, even if he knew that I was in the UK and he's somewhere else, why he didn't postpone the date to another day? I should be aware of bank holidays as well. I mean, anyway, so that's it. Next. So at the interview, I was on time, and so I started to check first of all the domain name. You know, in the email there was like HR at something, and then I checked the domain name, and then I went on the page before the interview, and there was just an error on the page. So I was thinking this is a bit weird. So first of all, interview on bank holiday in the UK, and then the domain name was not valid. So, I mean, the domain name was valid, but there was an error behind. So I was thinking this is a bit weird. And I don't like when people don't put their name in the email. So you don't know who you're talking to. If something happened later or whatever, you don't know. So that was an issue. And then after the interview started, so he was not hearing me. I could see him on the video. I could see him, but on my screen. And the interview started, and there was like a delay with the sound, which I found it a bit weird. And then after I quickly switched to audio only. And then he started to explain me about, for 5 minutes, explain me about what they do. But he didn't say his name. And I was thinking, this is weird, another thing. I wanted to ask him his name. But so far, I was still trusting, but with warnings in my head, okay? I was thinking, ooh, this is still weird. Be careful what you do. Okay, then after he asked me, so show me your application. What have you done, or what, etc. So I say, what do you want me to do? I cannot show any application. I'm not working anymore in this place, so I don't have any code. I don't have anything on my computer. And then he told me, so okay, that's fine. So, but show me, or explain me your last feature. So okay, I was thinking, okay, I'm going to the site draw.io. I'm going to draw the diagram basically of the feature I develop. One of the feature I develop, okay, on the technical side, just to have an overview, okay. So I explain it for 10 minutes, I draw, etc. I explain, blah, blah, blah. It didn't interrupted me. And then after, okay, oh, wow, I'm impressed by what you've done, etc. So, and then he started to talk again. It was very confusing what he said to me about this project. So he told me, okay, now let's I'm going to show you the code. Okay, fine. So he sent me the URL of the application in GitHub, and he asked me to clone it. So I was thinking, okay, but I say, why don't we just use GitHub just to see the code? I mean, and then he started to insist. He told me, okay, you can clone it. So I say, okay, why not? I can clone it. I mean, clone doesn't do anything. I'm just downloading files, okay? But then here I started to have very big warning on my side and say, be very, very careful, okay? So far, he spent maybe 20 minutes. The interview was about 20 minutes, so he spent a lot of time on me. Okay, good. But I had some concerns, okay, big concern. And the code was ugly. I'm going to show you now. Okay, let's see how it works. This hacker sent me to this GitHub URL, so please don't execute it at all. Don't even install it. I repeat again, don't install it. It's very dangerous, okay? Here is what's happening. So this is a README file and the code. As you can see, they ask to a quick start. So it's been in React, Node.js, TypeScript, database, etc. There's a socket.io. We're going to come to it as well. And how it works. Okay, so now we can see, let's see in the code. So you can see in the repository, first of all, you have package -log.json. We never do that usually, okay? Not in the repo, it's not best practices. And okay, so let's see. First of all, you can see in the .env, you have a few environment variable here. So there seems to be like just demo, so it doesn't seem to be very important. Maybe this one is seems to be real. Anyway, so we're going to close that and come back to the main repo. So in the package.json, let's see. So this is how it works. We have package.json, so nothing so special, I would say here. This is a library which is a bit weird, but anyway, for me, okay, I don't know everything here. This is some kind of Ethereum library, which is a bit, we need to be careful about this. Some kind of encryption here, library. Okay, the first thing it's going to do when you execute npm I or npm install, which I said again, don't do it on this repo. Please don't do it. It's going to, it's a malicious code, okay? It's going to execute automatically and start the server via this command, okay? This is the purpose of prepare. Just after installing, is going to execute everything here, okay? And this command is just to start the node server, basically to start the application, okay? And so then we go right away to server.js, okay? Because this is the first file executed. And we can see that we have this constant game socket require socket socket index. So basically, you can see a lot of commented code. This is very, very bad, of course. And then we basically game socket is going to initiate via socket.io. Okay, it's going to connect and execute basically. So we go there in socket index. And then here we go. We have this first command, which is here. Const verify equal validated API key. So this is a function that is executed because it's right at the root straight away, and the value is going to come back to verified. Okay, this is not very important, but this is where things happening. Validate API key. So you think it's an API key, of course, and you go to this function. And this is the verify function, and the set API key is going to decode actually this key, which is in base 64, and send it to this function verify. So let's decode first this code. Okay, so I have this base 64 decode online. I click decode. And you can see this is a URL. So this Vercel API, which I'm not sure if it's still live or not. I haven't tried, of course. I don't do anything just to avoid any risk. And then, so we can see this is actually the API URL on the hacker side, very likely. Okay. So we have verify, and verify is the function that is here. So this is destructuring, which is in controller auth. So we pass to this verify in controller's auth the URL. So let's see what's going on here. Let's go controller auth, and we have this function here, logging, but we're not interested. We have set API key, and we have verify here. So the verify is here. So we send the URL, and we have anxious post. So this is going to send a post request to the URL that we saw, and using and sending all the environment variable. Okay. So from that, you can say that if you go to the environment variable here, there's nothing special except this auth API here, which is a key. Shouldn't be here, by the way, but everything here, it looks like example, fake keys, etc. Okay. So, but the problem is when you use this command, here you have not only those, but you have also your local environment variable. So it can be several things. Your AWS credential or Azure credential, your GitHub token, your NPM tokens, your CDCI secret, API keys, database password, SSH related environment variable. So it can be a lot of things here. And so very secret key can be sent here to this API, okay? And that's not good. So here, this then verify is return something from that, okay? So we go back to this is the first issue, okay? And then this is even more critical. After that, we go back to this socket here. So after the verify is executed, okay, and send all your environment variable to this API, to the hacker, basically, then it's going to execute the code returned by the endpoint, okay. And this is the equivalent of eval, so that means it's just going to execute your code on your web server, on your local web server, to do whatever they want. Read some file, execute application, etc. So absolutely not good. So be very, very careful. Don't use this command npm I or yarn install, anything that install packages if you don't know the code, even during an interview. Be very, very careful, please. That's it. Thank you.